There are many factors that I feel makes Rossini's music fun. First of all is definitely the irresistible rhythms and the beautiful melodies, and especially for this opera, in a very simple but also compelling plot that in some ways tie the music together wonderfully.
它算是一个成熟的作品，每一个人物都非常的有个性，可是他想要放的东西很多，所以有一些东西他并不是非常明显的做出来，可是可以在音乐中抓住一点点感觉，所以我就是很想把这些东西都完全的表达出来。有想过很多不同的感觉，可是最后我发现，其实我们的演员 singer， 我跟他们有合作过，大概知道他们的特点和样貌，所以我选择了一个相对适合他们形象和文化的一种表现方式。
This role, compared to the other roles that I've sung, I think is quite different. I would say that she's not so easy to interpret because she is quite neutral, dainty, and timid. The other roles that I've done are mostly, either like buffa or a very outrightly evil and angry person. So yeah, there's a big contrast.
I actually have not a lot of experience with Rossini. The one and only time I performed his work was 10 years ago. I was just talking to a friend who last played Rossini 10 years ago as well. And the opera that I sang 10 years ago was for a small production in New York. It's La Cambiale di Matrimonio, which was the opera he wrote before L'Inganno Felice. It was kind of a smaller tenor role, but not so many pyrotechnics, not so many coloratura. That's not really been my thing, but I'm really excited about this one.
One reason, and this is purely a hypothesis, that Rossini's music became so popular back in his day was because this was the period after the Napoleonic Wars, where people were coming out of despair and war and hardship, and they needed something to be delighted. And I think hearkening to what we have today, coming out of a pandemic, fingers crossed, that idea of joy, a delightful evening of beautiful music, of laughter, I think that's something very, very precious, and it's more relevant today than ever.
So I think what's really exciting for our audiences is that, a grand opera composer like Rossini, this is the first time in more than 10 years since his operas were done in full in Singapore. So I think that's a really cherished opportunity to not to be missed.
And this is a rare one.
Yes.
That is seldom heard, so you have to come.